Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Village of Gurnee Planning and Zoning Board for this Wednesday, May 6, 2020. Roll call, please.
Bow.
Here.
Here. Riley.
Here.
Pashak.
Here.
Garrity.
Here.
Nordentoff.
Here.
Sula.
Present. We do have a quorum, 100%. If everybody would please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
To the flag of the United States of America.
To the republic.
With liberty and justice for all.
Okay. I don't have a script in front of me, but I'll do it to the best of my ability. In accordance with the relief order issued by Governor Pritzker, we're allowing certain members and petitioners to participate remotely. I don't think I need to say anything else. Okay. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the meeting that was held on the 1st of April. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or changes? If not, a motion to approve would be in order. Moved by Mr.
Second.
Bao, second by Mr. Paff. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is a minor sign exception for Sherwin-Williams for a facility located at 6300 Route 132. David?
Okay, Mr. Brad Workman of Van Bruggen Signs Incorporated, on behalf of Sherwin-Williams, located at 6300 Route 132, Suite C, is requesting a minor sign exception to allow the height for lettering in the main business name to be less than the required 6 inches on the multi-tenant ground sign panel. A minor sign exception can be granted by the Planning and Zoning Board if they find that the number, size, design, and placement of all proposed signs within the development are consistent with the stated purpose of the sign regulations. The Planning and Zoning Board has the final decision-making authority in the matter. The applicant is in attendance remotely this evening.
Mr. Workman, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, the existing letters or the proposed letters are 5-inch high capital letters and a 4-inch lowercase. Just want to be in keeping with their brand guidelines and appearance standards, and that's about it.
And we do have a mock-up in our packet. Does anybody have any questions?
No questions.
No.
Mr. Nordentoff?
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Riley?
No.
I think Tim said no. How about Josh?
No questions from me. It looks okay. I'm looking at the mock-up in our packet. It looks just fine.
Okay. As David indicated, we have approval authority on this one, so a motion to approve would be in order.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Yes.
Oh, as submitted.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second by Mr. Bao. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Bow. Aye. Paff.
Aye.
Riley.
Aye.
Pashak.
Aye.
Garrity.
Aye.
Nordentoff.
Aye.
Sula.
Aye, motion carries. As I indicated, Mr. Workman, we have approval authority, so the next step would just be a building permit if required.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is a public hearing from Northwestern Medicine and the Holiday Inn for a special use permit for a second ground sign and an off-premises sign located 6155 through 6161 Route 132. David, staff report, please.
Okay. CRD Gurnee LLC is requesting special use permits to allow 2 items. Number 1, an off-premise ground sign, and number 2, a second ground sign. The subject properties are zoned C2 Community Commercial District and are located at 6155 and 6161 Route 132. In early 2019, the applicant appeared in front of the Planning and Zoning Board and received a parking modification for this property. At that time, staff informed the applicant that once the parking field west of the proposed Northwestern Medicine building is split off from the rest of the Holiday Inn site, the Holiday Inn sign will become an off-premise sign, which is not allowed by our zoning code. Special use permits are needed to address both the Holiday Inn and the Northwestern Medicine signs, for the off-premise nature of the Holiday Inn sign and for the second sign for the Northwestern Medicine building. The Northwestern Medicine sign will be located immediately east of the Grand Avenue site entrance. The proposed sign, a routed metal cabinet with illuminated lettering, is approximately 59 square feet in size and 8 feet 10 inches tall. The sign will meet all code requirements, landscaping, letter heights, etc., except for the required setback from Grand Avenue property line, which they are requesting a minor sign exception for. As with all special use permit requests, the Planning and Zoning Board will make a recommendation that will be forwarded to the Village Board for their final determination. The applicants are in attendance both in person and remotely.
But just to clarify, David, the minor exception we approve, right? Okay.
The minor exception will be approved on the next item number, and that is a final authority by the Village Board, or by the Planning and Zoning Board,
Okay.
sorry.
All right, we'll hear testimony on everything, but we'll separate the motions accordingly, okay? As this is a public hearing, I request anybody from Northwestern to please stand and be sworn in by the village attorney who's remote. Brian, they are standing.
Okay, thank you. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you may proceed. Thanks.
Thanks, Brian. Okay, if you could use the microphone in the center and just state your name and affiliation, if there's anything you'd care to add.
Okay, my name is Howard Hirsch with Hirsch MPG Architects. We are the architect and land planner for the project. I know we gave a PDF presentation to put up. Are we not putting up the? Okay.
And that's been distributed to everybody, correct? That's attending remotely by email?
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay, so,
Okay, we can see it now.
yeah, so the project is it was the Holiday Inn site where a new two-story Northwestern medical office building is being built at the northeast corner of the site. Again, there's an existing Holiday Inn ground sign that is located directly west of the main entrance point on Grand Avenue. That entrance is in the same location as it was previously to the new construction of the new building. When the site was subdivided in order to accommodate the Northwestern building, that sign, which is an existing sign, became off-site, and therefore the need for the first of the special use.
So just to clarify, it's this, we're not changing the sign.
Correct. There's no
It-
change to the
it-
sign.
It just became technically off premises because of the subdivision.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. The second request is for a second sign. The sign for Holiday Inn could not be shared, and Northwestern requires to have their own sign. We looked very carefully at where to place that sign to both provide visibility to each of the two tenants, but also to make sure they didn't block each other and they didn't block vehicular or pedestrian access. So that sign is located on the east side of that entranceway, directly north of the building itself. And the back end of that sign is actually aligned with the north face of the building. The north end of that is 6 foot 8 feet away from the property line, which is why we'll be coming up next to ask for the minor variation. If you go to the next slide, is there a way, I don't have a, okay, I'm sorry, that shows just the landscaping plan to show that both signs will be landscaped in accordance with the ordinance requirement to landscape the base of the signs. The next one. This is a elevation of the Northwestern sign. It is a non-illuminated aluminum background with routed letters that will be illuminated. It's a very subdued sign and meets the criteria of the letter height and also to have the address of the building on the sign. The next is a couple of views showing what you see as you're going eastbound on Grand. You can see the Holiday Inn sign is set back a little bit further, and the Northwestern sign works in conjunction with the building and has been designed to work with the building. The next slide. This is a view looking west, and again, you can see the spacing of the sign is such that they don't block each other and they do not block the vehicular and pedestrian access at that location. And then the last sign just sort of shows an overview of the relationship between those two signs and the relationship of the new Northwestern sign to the front face of the building itself. Any questions?
Okay. Any questions? Laura?
No.
Tim?
No.
Josh?
No, not right now.
Dave?
No, I had no questions. The only one that I had coming into it was whether there was ever an option for co-location of that sign, and that was already addressed in the petitioner's testimony. You know, just to make a comment, I think that they've done a very good job of trying to accommodate within all reasonableness, I guess, here. And I think it's the Northwestern sign is tastefully done, and I think it's in a proper location. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Edwin?
No.
Brian? Okay, I have nothing. As a formality, I just need to open the floor to the public. Is there anybody here from the public who would like to ask a question? And no one has indicated as such. Close the floor to the public, go back for second round to the commissioners. Does anybody have any additional comments? Okay, if not, we need three separate motions. The first motion would be a recommendation to the village board to allow the second monument sign. The second motion would be a recommendation to the village board for a special use permit to allow the Holiday Inn sign to be off premises. And then the third motion would be an approval allowing the setback to be only 6 foot 8 inches instead of the required 10. So is anybody willing to advance the first motion?
I can do it. This is Josh.
Okay, Josh?
I'm going to go off of page 2 of our packet, page 2 of 3,
Okay,
using the motion template, and I'll go number 1 first, an off-premise ground sign, right? So motion to forward a favorable recommendation on the petition of CRD Gurney LLC for special use permit to allow an off-premise ground sign.
okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. Second by Mr. Bao. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Bao. Aye. Paff.
Aye.
Riley.
Aye.
Pashak.
Aye.
Garrity.
Aye.
Nordentoff.
Aye.
Sula.
Aye, motion carries. The second issue would be for the ground sign to become a off premises.
Jim, I can do that one too.
Okay,
Motion to forward a favorable recommendation on the petition of CRD Gurney LLC for special use permit to allow a second ground sign on property located at 61155, 611 Route 132.
Dave is signaling me. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Yes.
Okay. We have a motion, we have a second? Second by Mr. Bao. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Bao. Aye. Paff.
Aye.
Riley.
Aye.
Pashak.
Aye.
Garrity.
Aye.
Nordentoff.
Aye.
Sula.
Aye, motion carries. So, members from Northwestern, we recommend to the village board on those two items, and the village board will make the final decision, and Dave or someone from staff will let you know when the village board hears that one. Okay, now we need one to approve the minor sign exception for the setback.
I can do that one too, if you'd like. It's Josh.
Okay, Josh, go ahead.
All right, motion to approve the petition of CRD Gurney LLC for a minor sign exception for a ground sign that is set back 6 foot 8 inches from the north property line.
Second by Mr. Bao. Any discussion? A roll call, please.
Bow. Paff.
Aye.
Riley.
Aye.
Pashak.
Aye.
Garrity.
Aye.
Nordentoff.
Aye.
Sula.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, the next item on the agenda is a public hearing for a special use permit for a martial arts studio proposed to be located at 905 Lakeside Drive. David?
Yes. Mr. Clinton Blackburn is requesting a special use permit to allow the establishment and operation of a mixed martial arts studio. The subject property is currently zoned I-2 OIP, General Industrial District with a special use permit for an office industrial park, and is located at 905 Lakeside Drive, Suite Number 3. The facility will occupy approximately 5,900 square feet of the existing building. The facility will operate 6 days a week, with hours ranging from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. The maximum number of students in any class is 15. Mr. Clinton Blackburn is the only employee. No special events or competitions will be held at this facility. As with all special use permit requests, the Planning and Zoning Board will make a recommendation that will be forwarded to the Village Board for their final determination. The applicant is in attendance in person this evening.
Okay, thank you, Dave. As this is a public hearing, if you could please stand and be sworn in by the village attorney. Brian, he is standing.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Thank you. If you could
Thank
please come to the microphone, and is there anything you'd like to add?
As of no, I'm just applying for the special use permit. I've never done one of these before, so I'm not really sure of exactly what I should be doing or saying. But I am applying for a special use permit at 905 Lakeside Drive, Unit 3.
And do you agree with everything that Dave said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Questions from members of the Planning and Zoning Board? Laura?
I'm not sure if it says that anyone else is occupying the building, and if so, I would imagine you would need at least 15 or 16 parking spaces during these classes, and if that is a problem or will be a problem.
I guess, question for staff, do they meet the parking regulation?
It is a multi-tenant building. There's adequate parking on site for this tenant use. The off hours for this use, work well with the normal office hours for the remainder of the building.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, Laura?
I don't think so.
Okay. Tim?
No questions.
Dave?
No, I'm good. I'm glad to hear that the parking is okay. I think that this is a suitable use for the location and will meet the standards. Thank you.
Okay. Josh?
Yeah, I would agree with Dave. Just looking at the special use permits, I think it meets all of those standards, and I think it would fit in nicely at this property as well, especially because there's another recreational type use, UXO elite training at the location. So no questions, just all good on my end.
Okay. Edwin?
No, I'm good.
Right? And we have other recreational type uses nearby in the overall complex as well. As a formality, I'm going to open up to the floor of the public. There's no one else here. Close the floor to the public. Any additional questions from members of the Planning and Zoning Board? If not, a recommendation to the village board would be in order.
All right, this is Tim. I'll go ahead and issue the motion. Motion to forward a favorable recommendation on the petition of Clinton Blackburn for a special use permit to allow the establishment and operation of a mixed martial arts studio at 905 Lakeside Drive, Suite Number 3.
Great, thank you, Tim. Do we have a second?
Second.
I'll give that one to Laura.
Okay.
Okay. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Bow. Paff.
Aye.
Riley.
Aye.
Pashak.
Aye.
Garrity.
Aye.
Nordentoff.
Aye.
Sula.
Aye, motion carries. As you know, we are a recommending body to the village board, and Dave or a member of staff will let you know when the village board is going to make the final decision.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
Good-
much.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good luck.
Next item, there's a meeting on the calendar for May 20th. Dave is nodding his head that we will have a meeting. Public comment, there's no one here. Motion to adjourn would be in order.
Or adjourn. Motion
Moved by
to
Mr. Paff. Second by Mr. Bao. All in favor, say aye.
adjourn. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Be safe.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.